I think I made a huge mistake, and I am not afraid to admit this. Guys, I'm a content creator, but sometimes we miss a few things in here. So I missed the thing here when we did our tier list, and I did the Venomous Lizard pretty bad. Now that I've done a little bit more testing and people gave me a few feedback in here, first of all, I want to appreciate those people who gave me some positive, criticism and good feedback in here, allowing me to get better within the game. At the end of the day, I may be a content creator, I may be in YouTube, but I am still just a human like you, and I'm still learning as well. So today we did some testing onto the Venomous Lizard, and I'm going to show you the things that I've learned and how awesome this Venomous Lizard is. So if you guys are working into the lizards, there's a few incorrect and inconsistency that is going on right now though with the lizards, and I confirmed this with the developers, and things might change along the way as well as they update into the next patch. So if you guys love Warpeds content for Call of Dragons, I have been really making a lot of this. Maybe some of you guys are not getting notified yet by YouTube, or you're not seeing this. We have a playlist on our YouTube channel. I recommend that you guys go check this playlist out and watch all of our videos from there. And if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, I do urge you to subscribe. And you can also join us on Discord. I have a Discord link in the description. Get your Call of Dragons role and get notified through Discord as well. So I've really put in a lot of work in here for the Warpeds. I am truly 100% without a lie enjoying the Warpeds in Call of Dragons, and I don't know how you're enjoying this, but I am really loving it. And some people find this difficult. I find this quite easy to understand, so I'm trying my goal and my best to explain things to every single one of you guys. All I need is for you guys to support us in here, like the videos, leave us a comment. All right. So let's take a look into the Venomous Lizard. The talent of Venomous Lizard is called the Infection. Now, I got pretty lucky with my Venomous Lizard, honestly. When I picked this up from the capture, I already got all of this in here. I got the Wild Chain Strike, I got the Shield Penetration, I got the Bolt of the Blue, I got Blood Roar, and then I got Infection. By the way, if you have a Wild Chain Strike, you still need a Chain Strike. So you need to inherit that and then learn it to the pet. So the Venomous Lizard has the Infection in here, and you can see it says magic and then only 12% chance to inflict poison. Now, I told the developers in here, I said, hey, why does it proc so often? Because I didn't expect it to proc a lot. You'll see this in the battle report. Now, the verbatim word that the customer support have said to us, this is specifically based on the skill effect. There is no such thing whether the pet is physical or magical. So I think they're going to update this. They're going to patch this later on. I think they made a mistake in this one. Now, we are not seeing that the Infection is working on magic units. We're not seeing the damage. It is being triggered, but we're not seeing the damage. We're going to talk about that here as well as we look into the battle report section. Now, 12% is just a probability. So it is not fixed, as they say. It may trigger more frequently sometimes and sometimes less frequently. So when I did my test in here, when I see the Venomous Lizard, you have to be attacked, basically, for the Infection. You have to be absorbing damage, right, before this can trigger. So I was thinking this is going to be a really, really good for infantry tanks. Those, tanks that will just dive into the murder ball. This is going to be the perfect skill for you. As everybody is attacking you, you are then going to be dishing out more damage with your pet. So that's one of the good things about the Infection. So that's pretty much the basics of Infection right now. This is determined by agility. Now, let's move on in thinking about how can we build this Venomous Lizard. So first thing that you need to do with the Venomous Lizard is you need to look into the Forceful Infection. Now, this is going to be determined by strength. As you can see, this is 2.9% determined by strength. So one thing that I want to tell you right now, you have to build into strength, all right? So you want strength, and then you also want agility. So you have two things already. Strength and agility. And remember, you can have 8 slots maximum. So strength and agility will then conquer 6 slots already. So you want to do is, when you regenerate, you want to focus on getting strength and as well as agility. Let's try to regen this once. Let's see if we get lucky in here. All right, let's click one regen. And did not get lucky. So I'm not going to try to, blast out regen here for this Venomous Lizard for now. But what you're looking for, again, strength and agility, and then whatever the third one is, then you will need to work on the third one, the third strongest ability that you have, because then you can put 9 eventually of the skills for each attribute, 3 on each, right? And then the last one is just whatever you want. Now, a few things that I would recommend in here. So you want your agility to work for you. If you have the ability to obtain a chain strike on inheriting it from pets and then releasing it and then, getting the skill card and then applying it to the Venomous Lizard, I think that would be great. It says here this is going to be a physical attack. So what we've seen, it's working on physical, and based on what the developers have said, that it should work both on physical and as well as in magical. So 50% chance to deal damage when dealing physical normal attack can be triggered once every second. This was pretty good, honestly. But you have to deal normal attack to the opponent. This is part of the agility in here that you can do. So if I'm infantry, I want to be able to make sure that I charge in, so I will have some movement speed in my infantry when I'm doing this approach. So this chain strike will really work well, and this could work on defending structures as well, when you are as a garrison for infantry. So this is going to be more of a damage base approach into infantry than a tank base approach. So you will be having the chain strike, and then when we look into my pet in here, so the chain strike has other enhancement, but one of the enhancement I have currently in the Venomous Lizard is the wild chain strike. There's also the steadfast chain strike in here. So the wild chain strike deals additional damage to the target every 3 times chain strike is casted, can be triggered once every second. Again, this is agility. So if I added chain strike in here and I have a wild chain strike, I now have 3 agility. Now I cannot add any more further agility. Now within the agility, you cannot buy any of the agility in the shop, by the way. So if I go into shop and I sort things out and look for agility, there is nothing. So the agilities are inherited in the whenever you're capturing. I don't know what the actual right word for this, but you inherit this. So you can see I have wild agility. This is going to increase legion marching speed. So if you want your infantry to march a little bit more faster, then you can add the wild agility. There's timely strike as well, increasing crit rate. All right. So there's a few things in here. Of course, I do not know every agility skills at the moment, but there is a lot of opportunity. But I think the chain strike is one of the best agilities so far that we have seen. Now, the next thing that you want to work on is strength, because the other skill, which is the forceful venom, or the forceful, what is it called? Let's go back in here. Let's see. The first full infection will be strength base. If you remember, when we go here into the skills, right? Forceful infection is strength base. So now I will have 1 strength. And this one I can just, pretty much throw that away and replace it. Majority of the things that I have there, I will replace except for the chain strike there. So for the strength, you will have to filter this one out and then go into strength in here. What then you should add in here for the strength? You can add the fierce attack. 40% chance to deal damage to the target when your deputy casts a rage skill. So this is a good addition for more damage. So you can do the fierce attack. So you can just go into 0-star, right? You don't need to go, you don't need to go 2-star. Maybe at least 1-star, since I have a 1-star infection. So I can do a fierce attack in here with 1-star, and then you can add other things in here as well. There is let's see. You can add 2 Dark Claws while physical pet skill damage dealt as well. You can add these. You can add Manic Might. There's a few things that you can add. You can even focus on defense penetration of the enemy legion. That can also work. But I would say try to get damage and maybe tank ability if possible. But there's not a whole lot that you can really work on here with the strength, though. So I would say maybe just add more physical damage in here for your legion. Maybe increasing your counterattack damage in doing so. Now, looking into this one, let me show you real quick and see, where is that one? Over here. So remember I talked about fierce attack. You can now add this super fierce attack if you focus on luck on the next attribute. So you can see fierce attack, but you cannot add this one anymore. This forceful fierce attack, you can add it if you start adding in the chain strike in here. So it will not work because it'll be your 4th attribute here as you add this one. So that's one of the builds that you can do. I would say we try to shoot for agility and strength and then figure out what you can get for the next one in here. Let's say if you land into intelligence, find something that will work with intelligence, but then it will just pretty much work with magic units because intelligence are heavily based on magic units. So if we go into the shop once again and we look into intelligence in here, all right, you can add great care, which is going to be healing. All right, 10% chance to heal every second, which is good as well. But you can see some of these are, for magic pet healing. So if you're not going to equip this into, Lilia or Valine or Waldir, then you're not going to utilize this further. So if you do a follow-up, again, this is going to be pet magic rage skill. Okay, so keep that in mind whenever you're trying to build this. I think the Venomous Lizard is a bit more complicated than the other ones in here, since the developers have said this can work both for the magic unit as well as the physical units. So now let's go into doing some battle testing in here for the Venomous Lizard. We're going to attack this patrol. When you do a testing and you attack a creature, all right, you will not see the Venomous Lizard work. You'll have to test this on legions. Basically, these are, a legion. You can see that the pet over there, it worked. All right, you see the pop up there. So I want you to pay attention how often this will proc. All right. So, yeah, I think the first one that we saw was right around turn 15. That was when, we saw the proc of the pet. Now, if you have more units attacking you, then you'll have more probability. You'll probably see the Venomous Lizard heads pop out a lot more. So we're not seeing a whole lot of proc in here. So it really is based on the chance as well, and the probability. There we go. We saw the Venomous Lizard once again over here. So I can't wait to show you the battle report. It's really nice though. The power is pretty strong. And keep in mind that my current pet at the moment is, it's pretty trash. My agility is only 6. Just keep that in mind. Like, I want to regenerate this again. All right, let's try to regen this again. Maybe later after we finish this battle report, because you can see that it's still pretty strong, even though the agility is so weak. And just imagine if I manage to get this to legendary and get an agility of like 30 points or maybe at least 25 above. It will do so much more damage. You're going to be excited to see this. Now, I don't know how many of you guys are working onto the Venomous Lizard, but if you're working onto the Venomous Lizard, I think you can't go wrong with this one. All right, I'm going to show you a battle report as well when we do with magic unit as well. So I'm going to switch that up and I'm going to put it on a mage, and we're going to attack in here. And you can see that it will proc, but it will not have any damage. So I need to find range to range in here. So when you're doing testing, you need to do range to range. So let's see, these are riders. Those are, melee units. We need to find something that has either archer or I think this one is a warlock. So perfect. So we'll put that one into Lilia and Valine. Let's change this one into Venomous Lizard. So we'll go to, where is the Venomous Lizard? All right, right here. Replace. Okay. Now, my Venomous Lizard has a 1-star talent, so keep that in mind as well. So let's go over here. All right, let's go into turn 15. You are also not seeing the pet symbol in here, which is really weird. So I suspect this will trigger in turn 15. So let's see when the Venomous Lizard inflicted its damage. We're not seeing a whole lot. All right, nothing. It's kind of hard sometimes. Sometimes you don't get a whole lot trigger. See, I know we didn't trigger early on. So you're not going, oh, actually we did. All right, so right here, we triggered early on. I didn't see it right away. Infection was triggered. All right, now the infection will start in the next turn. So legions gain poison effect for 3 seconds. Takes effect next turn. So these 3 turns in here, 3, 4, 5, you will see venomous work in here. You will see infection in here. So you can see Darklings lost 61 units. All right, from infection, 61. So that is 123 damage total, and that is not even in the S rank. So that's that's pretty much how it's working here. Now when we see our mage, you're going to see that it's not going to work. It won't work. You're not going to see any damage in here. Now I want to roll this. Honestly, I want to try rolling this and see if we can actually get lucky with this one. So let's go into our Venomous Lizard. See, maybe we can even land into epic. So my goal, remember, I want to hit agility, strength, all right, those 2 things. And I need more slots, honestly. So let's regen 1. Oh, wait, I can't. It's fighting. I can't. Never mind. So there we go. Let's send it back. All right. So I will show you the battle report in here. Let's see if the lizard trigger so far. Sometimes you don't get the trigger right away. Yeah, we're not seeing it. You should see it, but it's just not going to do damage. You know when they says, 3 seconds in here? So, okay, Venomous Lizard, infection was triggered. Poison effect for 3 seconds. So 1, 2, and 3. All right, so you can see there is no infection in here. All right, so there is nothing. I'm not seeing it. Am I blind? Right, I'm not seeing this one. All right, another thing we're not seeing here. We're seeing natural affinity, focus, nothing. All right. So no infection. It is triggered, but there is no damage on the infection whenever you are using a magic unit. So that is something. I don't know if it's a range base or not, but when I do to test this, you guys might say, oh, will it work on marksmans? Will it work on cabs that are what is it called, melee that are physical? So I have my cabs in here, but for the sake of this, I know a lot more players are playing with marksmen, so let's go ahead and play this with marksman. Let's put this one over here. Let's see if this thing works. I don't think I've tested this yet, so you guys are actually seeing this first-hand testing here with us. So let's go. All right, and let's kind of see if, oh, there we go. The venom is already popping out in here. And let's see, are they getting 108, 108? There we go. I think it is working in here. So you're definitely seeing it. By the way, ignore my artifacts. I've been moving things around with artifacts. So kind of just ignore that if you may. All right. Oh my God, I'm losing voice also as I'm recording this. Yeah, smash like if you guys appreciate the effort in here doing some deep dive testing. Also, share this to your teammates just to allow players to learn more. And not just that, it actually helps my content in here. I'm doing this for free, creating contents in here for you guys to see it, so I hope you guys appreciate it. I mean that you guys are watching this for free, basically. All right, so let's go over here and let's see. It triggered pretty early, so we should see it relatively early in here. Let's see. Infection was triggered. Are we gonna see damage or no? So let's see. I think it may be. Oh, there we go. Infection was triggered once again. So maybe it's a melee issue. So because now this is physical. All right, Falconer was triggered. Okay, let's see. Infection was triggered once again. Yeah. So infection was triggered. So we're not seeing this work on range unit. Unless I am, if you guys see it, you guys need to comment in the comment section, because currently right now I am not seeing it work in here. So it's actually working. There we go. Lost extra 108 units. There we go. It was working. So lost 108 units due to Venomous Lizard infection. So it is working on range. So your marksman can also use this, but here's the thing, you have to absorb the damage, all right? So marksman can use it, your elk riders can use it, but the magic unit cannot use it at the very moment, although the customer support or the developers have said that it should work technically, so maybe they will make some patch in the future. Although my recommendation here to use the Venomous Lizard is going to be for a tank instead, because you want to be the one absorbing the damage. You don't want to die too early in the field and heal. So just keep in mind, tank is the best option for the Venomous Lizard. And again, I made a presumptive assumption anyway that this lizard is not that good, but actually it is very, very good. And I am going to be most likely going to use this Venomous Lizard on my infantry because I will absorb all these damage from other players. Anyway, I hope this video is helpful, and don't forget to hit like onto our video and check out all of our other videos as well to support this channel, as we are still growing here on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you again next time.